An unparalleled city, a dazzling mosaic of cultures and scenery situated on 7 hills. In no other city will you encounter a hill where, as here, all times blend in a panorama of monuments, like islands in a sea of living history. This is the hill of Sultanahmet, within the city of Istanbul, and it is this hill that holds a treasure trove of hundreds of years of history. Here we find the hippodrome of Roman and Byzantine times, the Square of Horses as the Ottomans called it. This is a square in the city no visitor of Istanbul would miss. The history of Sultanahmet dates back to this hippodrome, which was built in accordance with the decree of the Roman Emperor Septimus Severus. The breathtaking horse races used to be held here before hundreds of thousands of spectators. Those crowds are replaced by travelers from all around the world today. From the magnificent days of the Byzantine Empire, all we have left are 3 obelisks, petrified witnesses to the events that once took place in the hippodrome. The monument to Constantine VII, which lost its bronze casing in 1204 to Latin invaders, now stands bare and sad. The spiral pillar has had his heart broken, being a slave to an eternal solitude for so long. This is the Egyptian obelisk, whose identical counterpart was created on Concorde Square in Paris. It is homesick for the banks of the Nile or Karnak Temple. In its hieroglyphics dating back 3,500 years, the pharaoh Thutmose III still bathes in the sacred sunshine of Amun-Ra. And who is it that reigns in the Sultanahmet Mosque, whose elegant minarets overlook the Marmara Sea? It is not a person, but the noble perfection of 17th century Ottoman architecture that reigns there. Sultanahmet Mosque was built by the decree of Sultan Ahmet I with the purpose of surpassing the stately presence of Saint Sophia. The architects assigned for this task were Davud and Mehmet, 2 apprentices of Sinan, the great architect. The mosque was started in 1609, and although it did not supersede Saint Sophia in magnificence, it did surpass it in elegance and style, perfectly in harmony with the picturesque landscape of Istanbul today. It is renowned for its blue china that reflects the blue of the heavens, and thus is also known as the Blue Mosque. While the doors of this mosque seem to lead the visitors to celestial splendors, the Sultan's Pavilion, located in the complex around the mosque, invites us to a feast of beauties of the most meticulous type of handwork. This is the Carpets Museum, where an astounding selection of carpets woven between the 13th and the 19th centuries is exhibited. As we mentioned, Sultanahmet and its surroundings form an enormous open-air museum. The imperial gate of the Topkapı Palace leads to Sultanahmet Square. Here, the sacred house of wisdom, Saint Sophia, casting a shadow 1,500 years into the past, is an architectural testament to the golden era of Byzantium. The Byzantine Basilica of Saint Irene invites us to the universal brotherhood of music. Not surprisingly, this is one of the places where the Istanbul Music Festival is held. On Soğuk Çeşme Road is a row of historical mansions representing old-style Istanbul residences, today accommodating visitors from all over the world. Reflections of the past and the beauty of four seasons converge here in Sultanahmet. The Fountain of Ahmet III exhibits some of the most intricate details of the early Baroque style. The German fountain, a gift from Kaiser Wilhelm II to Abdulhamid, whispers a melody of water under the shade of centuries-old sycamores. And here, history is a phenomenon that lies both above and under the earth. The cistern of Emperor Justinian, with its 336 columns, is like a palace from a fairy tale. That's why this 1,450-year-old cistern is called Yerebatan Palace by the residents of Istanbul. If you are tired, how about taking a rest under the shade of sycamore and chestnut trees? Or smoking a water pipe in the shaded courtyard of the Oriental Cafe? Or even doing some shopping in the historical bazaar? It's not yet evening. And in the evening, we will enjoy watching a show delivered in 4 different languages, staged on the warm nights of summer. This is a show of lights and sounds, relating the fascinating story of Istanbul.